What is up, Bills Mafia, YouTube, everyone out there? Is Coffee tapping back in, man, and I hate to see this ish. Bills Mafia, the fan base, as I always like to put it, and I really believe this, that we're the best fan base in sports, period. We love our squad, devoted fans through the drought, all that. We love our team. And Buffalo, New York, period. Like, people love to hate on the Bills franchise and clown on us and things like that, and, you know, coming up short them 4 Super Bowls and what's going on now. As with this current team, we just haven't been able to get over the hump. But it is what it is, you know. I'm not happy about it, but we unconditionally love this team through thick and thin, all the hard times, all that. And Buffalo, New York, a city that people love to ish on. Yes, it is a city. Like, I lived in some country ass places in Florida, and they were talking about Buffalo, New York as if it was country as fuck. And it's like, no, this is the backwoods sticks, inbredation and all that going on. What are you talking about? Buffalo is the sticks. Have you ever been there? You know, and I hate to see this here. Gabe Davis, you know, this guy came so close, as we talk about, almost getting over the hump, like the way we didn't get one of those 4 Super Bowl rings. Gabe, a couple years back, came this close. And you can't see my fingers, but they're real close together. A sea hair away from being the hero. He had a 4-touchdown playoff tying, setting record. And, you know, we know how it went down with the 13 seconds. I hate even referencing it. And then now this year with this brutal injury that he had, there's talks that could be it for Gabe. I don't know, as when it comes to, like, that might be it, that injury may do him in and he's just done playing football, that it was a pretty bad knee injury, I believe. And then, you know, you go into the whole side of things with offseason, all these questions being asked about Stephon Diggs and what this team will look like come next year. We don't know if Gabe's going to be here, if a lot of individuals are going to be here, but I just hate to see that this is the way he could be possibly going out. Sticking up for his kicker is what I'm hearing, you know, some Bills Mafia that were in attendance talking about, as he was arguing with Bills Mafia members. And, you know, you see this kind of stuff, like the table stuff is funny and all that, right? But in a sense, at times, all that table stuff could kind of be like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like Bills Mafia is much more than that. The community of Western New York is much more than that. Like, yeah, that's funny and everything, right? But when you see this is not what it's about. This is some frustrated fans that, you know, arguing with one of their own players. You hear them belittling him that he don't know how to run a route. And I get it, frustration set in and everything. But this is not what the fan base is about. This is, one, like I said, frustrations. Don't make an excuse for it. But 2, this is not the way the vast majority of the fans behave. This is immature and disrespectful. Many would say unacceptable. And I'm sure a lot of individuals saw the stuff going on with Chris Jones that started before the game even started. Bills Mafia was getting into it with him, heckling him and everything like that. And we see what went down in the post game, him getting pelted with snowballs, and he's clowning around and everything. And you see Tranquill flipping off Bills Mafia. And when I see this, I'm not excusing the way the fans act, but the players, come on, like, you're a pro athlete. You get paid millions of dollars. You should expect to be heckled. Again, it's not acceptable and excusable what some of the fans are doing, but I would say that this comes with the territory of being a pro athlete. And, you know, when you see individuals acting like that, you know, they're just as immature as the fans that we see pulling this bull-ish, you know. And listen, I'm not even trying to make this a Bills Chiefs thing or anything like that. This is just some clown ass behavior. And we saw some Bills getting into, well, someone remind me. I did a video on it. I think it was the Bills Eagles game. There was some Bills players that was it Shaq Lawson and I can't remember who else who looked like he was about to, I think an altercation did happen. Like someone lunged at him and he lunged back, or I don't know, like actual physicality somewhat kind of happened. And, you know, like that's not excusable on the Bills end either. You know what I mean? And Philly too, as the franchise, the venue should have better security protocols in place. There should be no way that fans and players should be basically coming to blows like that, you know. But I don't know, this is pretty ludicrous-ish on the fans' part and the players' part. And like I said, some drunken fans, you expect that, even though you don't excuse that. But with the players, I mean, come on, B, grow up. Grow up. I see, you know, different BillsMafia members talking about this, and alcohol and drugs, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to sneak anything into that game, but who knows? Maybe someone has something tucked away, boof, like they were going into prison or something and was getting righteous, you know, in the bathrooms or something. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to sneak anything in those games. Don't try to sneak a cigarette in there. I don't know if other fans know about that or what it's like at other football games. I don't smoke anymore, but when I did smoke, when you go to a Bills game, you cannot smoke in the stadium, which is good. I'm not saying you should be able to, but you also can't leave and go to a smoking area and then come back to the game. If you try to go out, you cannot come back in. If you get caught smoking or vaping or anything in there, they're throwing you the fuck up out of there, which, I don't know. I think that's kind of whack, you know, that, again, I support that there should be no smoking, but people paying all that damn money for tickets, if you want to, you know, go out to a designated smoking area, have yourself a smoke, and then come back inside, I don't think that should be an issue. Again, it's not excusable the way these fans are acting, but that nicotine Jones going on could play a factor in it if any of these individuals do smoke. Like, you know, if they could get out there and have them a smoke or two and get back in the game, maybe that would ease a little bit of this frustration. But when it comes to the alcohol and stuff, I haven't been to a Bills game in a little while. But, you know, last I remember, I think they cut off the alcohol flow halftime. And I used to think, man, that's crazy, you know. Because I used to go to the Bills games way back in the day as a kid where people were sneaking brewskis right into the game. People, you know, some people are tailgating days before these games. Maybe at this point, I don't know. I remember early on in the season, there would be people tailgating like all weekend. But when I went back in the day, people would be drunk. There would be some fights and everything like that. You know, they try to cut down on all that these days. And I used to think like, man, let people drink their beer. People are going to act how they act, trip how they trip. But at this point, when you see this kind of stuff going down, cutting people off at halftime is probably a pretty good idea, I gotta say. And let's not also forget, there was one death I know of for sure. Everyone commented, let me know if there was more deaths. But I remember there was that one guy that got obliterated drunk and was kicked out of the stadium and ended up drowning in a wooded area nearby, and like not even a full foot of water, I think, you know. I mean, it's something that goes down at NFL games, at football games, sports games, period. I mean, I've definitely been at some Buffalo Sabres games and seen some drunken fights and stuff like that. We all remember that epic incident back in the day where Razor Rob Ray beat the brakes off a fan that thought that he was gonna, you know, get in the penalty box or wherever he was and throw a shot on old Razor, and he wasn't going for it. He just beat the ish out of that fan. And I remember typically games against Canadian franchises. No disrespect to my neighbors to the north in Canada. I got much love for y'all, as I always share in all my videos. God bless Canada, just like God bless America. I got a lot of love for Canada, the 905, Ontario, and everywhere. You know, even out there in Nova Scotia, Sunnyvale Trailer Park, all over the damn place. I got love for y'all. Again, no disrespect, but I just always felt like when it was Sabres versus the some Canadian franchises is when the real drama would go down back in the day. But it just always felt like anything I saw at a hockey game it paled in comparison to the beefs and fights that I would see at Bills games. But I don't know, man. Got to do better than this. This ain't cool. And again, go Bills, Bills Mafia. We the best fan base there is, and I still believe. So everyone jump in the comments. What's your thoughts across the board? The fights, the fans, the players, Bills Mafia, NHL games, smoking cigarettes at the games. You know, the players, should they conduct themselves better than the fans? Let's talk about it all. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more coffee talk. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.